Man!
Good morning, everyone. It's Ace Karmaket here again today with the second to last review of the Team Fortress 2 action figures. And as you guys probably know if you've been watching these, instead of going in the order of the series, like I probably should have, I'm going in the order of the Meet the Team videos, and today I have the Series 4, or is this Series 3? This is Series 4. This is Series 4 action figure of the Medic. This is not going to be a very positive review because Medic is probably one of my least favorite action figures. Like, I like him as a character, but I don't really like his action figure because they definitely messed it up in more ways than one. So, to begin, of course, I'll start out with all of his weapons. Okay, so to start off with one of his quote-unquote weapons, we have the Medigun. And the Medigun does look good. It looks how it looks as it looks in the game. And the handle does actually move, which I'll go into full detail later when I actually take this out of his hand. Now, the Medigun does look good. Yeah, it's like there's a little bit of hair on him. The Medigun does look good, but there's still a problem with it. And that is, for those who have the Medic figure, already know, is that it's not really detachable from his backpack thingy here with the big red cross class logo thing on it. And actually, I learned this recently. This piece right here is specifically a fire extinguisher, so as to help any of your teammates who are on fire. But the class logos look good. They are definitely painted well onto the sides. And Medic seems to be the only figure with the double-jointed elbows. Sorry, I couldn't think of it. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to be talking about his weapons. Whoops. So, aside from his Medigun, he actually does come with all of his weapons, being the syringe gun and his bone saw. So the syringe gun, this is pretty big, honestly, and it does fit into one of his hands, as I will show later on in this video, as well as his bone saw. It does also fit in one of his hands, but it's just kind of tricky, and sometimes it's not really worth it. But I will say that his weapons do look good, especially the bone saw. I love the bone saw. I think I actually managed to cut something with this once, but I don't remember what it was. Definitely not bones. Alright, so now onto the figure itself. He doesn't really have... I mean, it's unfortunate because Medic could have been a really cool action figure, but they haven't really given him... Like, they gave him so many points of articulation that we can't really use because of the way he's put together. So, as soon as I get his Medigun out of his hand... There we go. He has good joints up on his torso to where he could turn quite a bit, but we can't do that because of his bag, his medibag, which, as I said before, is not removable. There's probably a way we could, like, disconnect the hose and then reconnect it, but honestly, until I get another Medic action figure, I really don't want to mess with that. And I don't think I ever will get another Medic action figure. But he's got some thigh articulation, and his knees don't really seem to be cooperating with me trying to get those to move, so I'm not even going to mess with those. But he's got some odd ankle articulation, but it doesn't seem that these... Oh, they do twist. Okay. And he has somewhat ball-jointed shoulders, and as I said earlier, double-jointed elbows. And, yeah, that's about it. His articulation is, fine, I suppose. So, not great, not good, just okay. So, now another problem with the Medic would probably be his head. So now, as you guys can see, he does not have his glasses on, as he obviously should have his glasses. And that is because I'll put a picture of him on screen right now of another Medic action figure where he does have his glasses. That was a bit of a kind of a funny story. I actually bought Medic in Colorado, and then he survived a whole long trip all the way back home, and it wasn't until I pulled him out of my bag when we got in the door, because I remember before we even got in the door, I checked my bag and he still had his glasses on. And then once we actually got in the house and I pulled him out a few minutes later, his glasses had broken off. But honestly, I think he looks better without his glasses because they just look like big, goofy-ass goggles. So, yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. And something else that was also kind of annoying is that when his glasses broke off, the stems stayed in place. And, you know, just looking at the Medic's face, as of right now, they didn't really do a good job with the stubble. I'm guessing that's what that is. And, you know, the Medic, not only that, but his head is a little bit too small. Like, if he's standing by himself, looks fine, but if you put him next to someone, say Sniper, then you can kind of, see that his head is a little bit too small. So, yeah, there's really not that much to say about Medic here. I hate to say, but I think this is going to be a really short review. But I suppose before I try to cram these weapons in his hands, I will talk about his card. So, or his class portrait card. So, once again, they have only made a red version of the Medic, just as they did with Sniper, but the wiki did say what the blue Medic would have come with if they had made a blue Medic, as same with Sniper. So, the red Medic comes with, I forget how you even, I don't even know how you pronounce this, but it's this little mirror that he wears on his forehead. I mean, I'd probably have a better chance at like writing it down and spelling it than pronouncing it, but I don't have any paper or anything. But then the blue Medic, if they had made one, said that it was going to come with this this German-style hat that with a feather in it. And once again, I forget the name of this one, but it's yeah, it's just kind of unfortunate that that they're not going to make a blue Medic, because honestly, I think that maybe they could have done. Excuse me for one moment. They could have done something similar to the Medic with the Spy, whereas the red Spy's face is really derpy, and then the blue Spy's face is a little bit more preferred. Like, you know, it doesn't look as good, but it definitely looks better than the red Spy's face job. The way they did his face, that is. But yeah, I do hope that NECA does make actual blue variants of the of Scout, Medic, and Sniper at some point, because it would be nice to have all of the team in red and blue. Because then I think then, and only then, we could actually make stop-motion remakes of Meet the Team. I guess the only thing left to do now is try and fit his weapons into his hands. I hope I don't break anything. This may take a minute. Or does it go into this hand? No, it goes into this hand. Okay, there we go. That took a little bit of doing, but there's his bone saw in one hand. And then I'll try and fit the medigun into the other. Honestly, the medigun doesn't really fit in his hand. Like, that's about it right there. It kind of looks like one of Dr. Doofenshmirtz's Innators. This is kind of funny since both Medic and Dr. Doofenshmirtz are German. Well, anyway. This has been kind of a very short and kind of negative review on the Medic action figure. But The last action figure that I have to review would be the Pyro, and quite honestly, that one's going to be pretty short too. I've had a lot of fun making these Team Fortress 2 action figure review videos, and I hope you guys have been enjoying them. But anyway, this is Ace Karmacat signing off once again. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.
Oh well, at least when you put him next to Heavy, he looks kinda cool.